Okay, real talk. If I had to wipe my skills completely to zero, lose all of my experience and got in a coma, getting back into high-ticket sales in 2026, I would get to 10K a month way faster than I did the first time. And it's not because it's gotten easier or there's a magic bullet, but right now, looking back at my experience, I know what are the tangible steps that I should be taking and what are the most important things that I should be focusing on to make sure that I quickly succeed in high-ticket sales. Because here's what nobody actually tells you. 80% of the times, people telling you on how to get into high-ticket sales, they're telling you to focus on the things that don't even matter. That's why you're wondering, why is it not working? Why am I not seeing results as quickly as I should? So in this video, I'll walk you through the exact sequence that I would be using if I was starting in high-ticket sales from complete zero, no overhyping, just being completely real with you and showing you what it actually takes. So make sure to stick around because the last part, this is the part that most videos don't even talk about. And this is a part that a lot of beginners actually mess up in the initial stages. So let's get into it. Before I even get into anything, let me just walk you through what high-ticket sales actually is. So there are businesses online selling info products that range anywhere from 3K to well over $25,000. And there are people that want to buy those products, but the business owners themselves, they can't handle selling this product to a lot of people. That's why they actually hire sales reps to do the job. Your job is to either start conversations or close them, and you get paid a commission for it. And that's it. You don't even need to learn copywriting, running ads, and know how to build an offer from the ground up. You just sell something that's already proven to work. Now, there are three main roles in this world. So let me just break them down step by step for you. So first one is a DM setter. And I will be honest, this one has the lowest barrier of entry. This is where you're inside of the personal brand's inbox, mostly on Instagram, X, sometimes WhatsApp, even like Telegram and stuff. Really depends on where the personal brand of the offer is active. And you're just replying to people that are reaching out, trying to book them onto the closer's calendar. And you get paid a 5% commission for it. Offers have different commission structures, but typically it's just about 5%. And earnings that you could be looking at is anywhere from 3 to even 8K a month. The next one is phone setting, and it's basically the same context, right? You're having conversations with people trying to book them onto the closer's calendar, but that's where you're doing it over the phone. So as I mentioned, DM setting is a lower barrier of entry role, while phone setting, it's a bit more difficult. It doesn't give you that much time to think of an answer because you're live with the person on the phone, so it does require a bit of a different skill set. Commission, typical 5%. Some offers have different, and the earning potential, that's where you could be looking at anywhere from 5K to even 15K a month and beyond. So last but not least, a closer. This is where you're actually jumping on the sales calls that have been set by the setters on the team. And what you do is you take the interest that the prospect has and you turn that interest into a sale, and you get paid a 10% commission for it. And now this is where your income potential becomes that 10, 15, 20, 50K a month and even beyond. If you're starting from zero, I genuinely recommend starting as a DM setter because, as I mentioned, it does have a lower barrier of entry. But if you're fine with finding a role a bit later and doing some of the grunt work in the beginning, phone setting is also a really good role to start off in. And here's where I want to be real with you for a second, because a lot of people watch videos like these, they get excited, they send like 10 cold DMs to business owners on Instagram and they get no responses, and then they say like high-ticket sales is dog shit, it doesn't work, it's fake. They blame the business model and they never make a dime, and they just fade out of the whole high-ticket sales world. And the issue is that they try to skip the part of actually getting good at this craft. Think about it like going to the gym, right? You can watch every single video on how to work out. You can watch every single video on how to eat properly, how to track your calories, but that's not going to actually build muscle for you. You still have to be the one getting in the gym, picking up the weights, lifting them up. You have to be the one cooking your meals, actually counting your calories in order to build muscle. So when I talk about getting good, that's where I talk about practicing out loud, doing role plays with your friends, doing role plays with other people above you, getting feedback, reviewing your own calls, and actually implementing, seeing how you're improving day by day. And the first few times, believe me, they do feel awkward, and a lot of people don't even like listening to themselves, but you have to go through this discomfort in order for you to actually grow in this space. And like, this is legit what I did, and this is legit what I do again. I will record all the conversations that I have, even if it's a role play, even if it's a made up conversation. It still allows you to find a lot of substance where you can improve and what you can do differently. So review those, implement, ask feedback, and actually progress. So the goal before even landing an offer in the first place should be feeling comfortable in the position that you're applying for, whether you're a DM setter, phone setter, or even a closer. But now, let's say you've put in the practice, you put in the work with your calls, and you finally feel comfortable. Now, how do you actually land a role in the first place? And I'm not going to tell you to just go on Instagram and send like hundreds of cold DMs every single day to business owners, pitching them your DM setting capabilities or appointment setting capabilities, because I will be honest, that's not something that I would even do, and that's not something that you should be doing as well. Because in my opinion, there are three main ways on how to land a high-paying role, and I'm going to break all these three ways down right now. So the first one, this is personal branding. And just a quick heads up, look at it as a long-term game. Like, think about what happens when you apply for a position and the business owner can even see your profile, see your personal life, see how you are as a person, see your actual sales content that you have uploaded that shows that you're a person that's taking this craft seriously. Like, imagine how much this changes the whole dynamic before you even hop on an actual interview with the person. Like, you don't need a massive following or a bunch of reels uploaded. You just need something that screams like this guy is taking this craft seriously. Like, what you can do is you can just share some insights, show what you learned for the day, post a reel about your actual journey on like where did you start, where you're at now, what are you doing every single day to improve, because this is what truly matters to business owners. Like, this just completely flips the script. So instead of you chasing offers, offers chase you. But as I mentioned, this is more of a long-term play. It doesn't take weeks, it actually takes months to build up, but you also have to look out for yourself in the long term. And what offer ideally would you like to be in the next year? Think about that and start building your personal brand today. The second one, and this is network, and this is highly, highly underrated. Because in this space, who you know, it genuinely matters. It's not in a schmoozy way, but it's the fact that business owners hire people that they trust. So get around people that are already setting, people that are already closing. Get into communities full of sales reps where you can actually connect, roleplay, exchange ideas, because you never know, a connection might just land you a high-paying role. And the reality is that most best-paying offers, they don't get like publicly posted. They just get filled through an Instagram DM or a Slack DM by a business owner who knew you, who trusted you, and knew that you would actually kill it on the team. Again, this is also quite a long-term play, but it's definitely one of the biggest assets, and the more you do it, the more it compounds over time. Now, if you genuinely want to land something quickly, that's where mentorship comes in. And I say this as someone who's seen both sides. And I will be honest, working with someone one-on-one who can actually place you on offers directly is one of the fastest ways on how to land a high-paying role. You skip months of trying to build your personal brand, you skip months of trying to build your network, you just fast-track through the whole process and you get placed onto a high-paying role just because you invested into your learning. And that's what a good mentorship should provide. Not just information, but access and opportunities. The right mentorship puts you in front of opportunities that you wouldn't be able to find on your own. Is it an investment? Definitely. But so is spinning your wheels in the same place for 3 months and not even finding a role. And speaking of that, no matter if you land an offer, you also have to land a good offer, meaning that you have to properly vet it. So here's what it looked like before even committing to an offer. The offer actually has to be a high ticket offer, not just like $500 or $1,000. $2,000, that's like the minimum that I look for. It should have genuine student results, proving that the offer serves people, it doesn't steal from them. Of course, real consistent lead flow coming in on a daily basis, and at least a 5 to 10% commission, depending if you're a setter or a closer. So we can just sum it up as a fair commission. And last but not least, let's not forget a thing of training. Actual management, actual proper training, and proper growth path in the company. And now if you're genuinely serious and you are looking to land that high paying role and you want to be placed directly by me onto one of my management offers or some of the offers that I have in my network, click the link below in the description, apply for the Remote Sales Pathway community, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, congratulations. Now you finally landed an offer. What now? So this is the true test. Like, this is where people either build momentum or they just slowly fade out, never make a dollar, and just quit high ticket sales overall. Look at the first 30 days of you being on the offer as just a learning phase of you getting your reps in. Your only job right now is just to get comfortable. Whether you're an appointment setter or a closer, get those reps in, make those dials, take those calls, make mistakes, review your calls, and learn from them. For setting, also look, are you prioritizing quality over volume? Are you setting people that are actually qualified and have intent Or are you just setting for the sake of it? As I mentioned, this is your rep season. Days 30 to 60, that's where you had a lot of feedback and you just start refining your process overall. By now, you've had enough conversations to notice different patterns, notice different personality types, and you really start looking into everything even more deeply. This is where you actually go from just following a framework to having natural, scriptless conversations. Because believe me, the people making the most money in the space, they aren't just sticking to a rigid script, they actually do scriptless selling by having natural, authentic conversations. All right, so day 30 to 60, you did a lot of refinement. So day 60 to 90, that's where you're pushing for consistency. By the end of month 3, you should already be comfortable in your position and you should be making pretty decent money. Because as I said before, it's not a get rich quick scheme. You still have to put in the work. So this is you either fade out or you build momentum. Don't rush the timeline, but also make sure that you're not staying comfortable and that you're always striving for more. So now another section that I really wanted to talk about, and I almost didn't include this because a lot of people say it's like, oh, bullshit, and it's like unworthy talking about, and that it's really all woo-woo and stuff, but your mindset. Your mindset is also really important, whether you're an appointment setter or a closer trying to succeed. First, you have to get one thing straight. Rejection isn't failure. It's just data. In sales, every no or an ignored message is just telling you something. Either a lead wasn't qualified, but as you, an individual taking responsibility, you have to look at yourself. What could have you done differently in order for you to close this person, in order for them to change their lives, and in order for you to show up as the best closer or appointment setter that you can actually be? If you treat every rejection as a personal insult, you'll just burn out quickly and you'll probably leave high ticket sales too. The people that make good money in the space, they are the people that can take 20 no's in a row and they're not crying over it. They're not just blaming the world. They just look into their process and they adjust. For example, the reason why SpaceX is so successful is because Elon Musk taught his team that failed rocket launches, they aren't failures. They're just data leading up to an actual success. Second one is knowing why you're genuinely doing this. And when I say this, I'm not just saying like, oh, I want to make 10K a month. Oh, I want to make 5K a month. Okay, so what's the deeper meaning behind you making that 5K a month? Making that 10K a month? I want to retire my mom. Is like truly 10K a month going to retire your mom? I want to buy a car. Okay, get specific. Which car? How much does it cost? By when do you actually want to buy it? How much you should be making on a daily basis in order for you to buy that car at the time? What are your daily inputs required in order for you to reach the goal on time? Like it gets so granular and goes so deep that the goal is like crystal clear for you. Because having that crystal clear specific goal, whenever something's not working, that's your motivation that just keeps you going forward. And the ones who truly push through that period are the ones who make it, and they make it for the long term. So to wrap all of this up, if I was starting in high ticket sales legit today from scratch, this is what I would do step by step. First, I would learn the basics of sales and I would actually practice out loud by doing role plays. Second, I would start building my personal brand and my network early on. If you want to move fast, I would definitely invest you into a mentorship, and not just a mentorship that gives you information, but actual mentorship that gives you access and gives you opportunities too. Now 4 is vet every offer properly before committing to anything. I mean, of course, if you're a beginner in this space, like don't expect to land a 5 to 10K OTE offer as your first offer. Even grab an offer that has like a 2 to 3K OTE. That'll like allow you to make some money and allow you to build your income. Number 5 is I would start as either a DM setter or an appointment setter to just get my foot through the door as quickly as possible. And number 6, with me building that skill set, getting the reps in, I would slowly start building the skill set to comfortably move into closing in like 3 to 4 months time too. And 7, treat every rejection as a lesson, not a loss. And that's genuinely it, right? The path isn't complicated. That's just what it takes. And a lot of people these days, especially people just getting into the high ticket sales space, they don't want to do the grunt work. They don't want to actually work hard. So if you just do these things, your chances of staying in high ticket sales and actually succeeding multiplied like 10 times. So if you found this helpful, definitely drop a like, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And once again, if you're genuinely looking to learn scriptless selling, looking to get access to countless opportunities and be placed directly by me, click the link below in the description, join the Remote Sales Pathway community, and I'll see you inside.